Welcome to the weekly weather briefing for Monday, April 14th, from the National Weather Service in Spokane, Washington. The overview, we're dealing with quite a bit of weather, not terribly significant this week. Our main focus is going to be for tonight. For most people, they're interested in the lunar eclipse. There's going to be some clouds out there, but there will be some breaks, so it's going to be a lot of patience watching the eclipse for tonight. On Tuesday and Wednesday, the first real front, I guess you could say, passes real quick, and behind the front we're looking for windy conditions, and there isn't even a slight chance of thunder in the Idaho Panhandle. Mountain snows, however, will accumulate, possibly down to the pass levels, right around 4,500 feet to 5,000 feet in North Idaho. This may affect Lookout Pass. The strongest and wettest front, and this will be warmer, will be coming in on Thursday and Friday. There has been in the past some timing issues. In other words, how fast or how slow or when this front arrives and passes through the area. There's been some differences in some of the guidance we're looking at. But Thursday, Friday, at this time, that's when we think it's going to be coming through. Once again, it's the wettest part of the forecast. And the weekend, which does include Easter, it's looking much better, mainly dry. Slight chance of showers, and that's just going to be in the northern valleys, or in the northern mountains of Idaho and northeast Washington. This satellite loop we're looking at right now really shows nicely the fronts lined up across the Pacific, going from right to left. You can see 1, 2, and 3 all in white lined up. And those are the fronts that I was just talking about. As far as low temperatures this morning, we're including this slide because officially the first freeze dates, or growing season, I guess you would call it, begins in the Moses Lake region and the Lewiston region on the 14th. And you can see this morning there were some sub-freezing temperatures. In Moses Lake, they got down to 28 degrees, but Lewiston's not too bad. So anybody in these areas from now on out really need to be watching what they plant. But there's good news, a warming trend. Even though this is for Wenatchee, this graphic, it does show the warming trend. So that's the good news, especially after Wednesday, and the dashes are normals. And this is for Spokane 7-day temperature forecast. Once again, same warming trend. For the lunar eclipse tonight, once again, there may be some cloud issues. You're going to have a lot of patience. And this is the sky cover map for tonight for viewing this lunar eclipse. The red is essentially higher RHs, we'll just call them clouds, and the blue is where there are no clouds. As you can see in this snapshot, this is right around the time the lunar eclipse is happening. So there's going to be some breaks, sky's going to be in and out. The Tuesday front, the more important front, if you looked, has already reached all the way into western Montana in the red. Behind it, a lot of dry air. And usually when we see this pattern, a lot of dry air means lots of winds and lots of instability in the Idaho Panhandle. And we are calling for both of those for a Tuesday. Here is our wind gusts for Tuesday. And if you look near Wenatchee, you can see a 35 there, 35 miles per hour. That looks like those are going to be the strongest winds. You know, typically that's where they usually occur. Also in the Palouse, we have close to 30 mile an hour gusty winds on Tuesday behind that front. Snow levels Tuesday, I mentioned snow levels would be coming down. If you look in North Idaho, you see numbers very close to 4,500 feet. Lookout passes between 4,500 and 4,600 feet. So it's not out of the question. We may be seeing some minor accumulations at Lookout Pass along I-90 in the Idaho-Montana border. So travelers might need to take that into account. Very simple slide here. wet Thursday and Friday, and that's front number 3 coming across Cascade Crest. We're expecting up to an inch of rain. And this may cause some rises on some streams, mainly because the snowpack in the high Cascades is not melted. So with the warming temperatures, we're going to get snow melt and a lot of rain. So we're going to be watching closely some of those rises on the stream. East slopes of the Cascades, but more specifically closer to the Cascade Crest. 8 to 14 day temperature outlook. Temperatures are going to be normal. Precipitation above normal. Not surprising from the slides we have seen before, and the 3 fronts lined up, all ready to come through. In summary, this is essentially the same as the overview. And please stay informed. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter.